Good evening. Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday, Sunday, August the 10th. This month is going by so fast, but welcome to our Sunday edition of our leadership call. My name is Miriam Kareem, and I'm so happy to have you all here tonight to get some amazing teaching from none other than Coach Will Zanders, but a quick trip to the Newbie Corner. So, this week, well, actually, was it yesterday? Day before yesterday, I was talking to this lady and, just thanking her for liking my post. And she was like, "Oh, what post was that?" So we got into a little conversation. Comes to find out, as the conversation progressed, um, she she appears to have been in network marketing before and made some fabrications about her rank or how well she did. I was actually having a conversation with Coach Will around that same time, and I mentioned it to him. And he was like, "That person's never been at the top of any company." She was like, "I was at the top of the company, and blah blah blah." And so I asked her a few questions, just to kind of mess with her. But she got kind of defensive, which, Coach Will was like, yes, she'll probably do that. But, it's like right immediately I blocked her. And right then, when you find people that are being that way, deceitful about um their involvement in, network marketing, especially when you ask them just some general questions that anyone would or should answer, and they're being like real secretive about it, then that person is not being, honest with you, and they're not somebody you want to do business with. So be careful out there. It's a jungle. But that being said, I'd like to introduce you to our teacher tonight, Coach Will Sanders. He is a multiple seven-figure earner in the network marketing world, an amazing coach. One of our first seven-figure male earners at HBN, and along with Coach Marcus, and our first six-figure earner at Go to Sana. Like, again, amazing teacher, amazing coach, always gets you the answers you need to build your business. So, Coach Will Sanders, are you available, sir?
I'm available, Miriam. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. I want to thank you for that kind introduction. And that was one of the stories I'd hope you tell tonight. And it was even funnier, I think, in the moment because Miriam, one of the things that when you're working with people and you're really helping them to succeed, oh, my camera's bothering me. There we go. And when you're working with people and you're helping them succeed, uh, it'll happen when you're going through the numbers and you're focused on inviting and showing the plan and getting products into the marketplace. You're going to come across people who are allegedly top earners in network marketing. Now, we know that when someone makes the statement, oh, I've been at the top of several companies. Well, we have people like that on our team. So we know how those people operate and we know how those individuals, how they talk because we have calls with them all week long. So Miriam did the wise thing, which was, okay, let me simply ask humbly, and she was very respectful about it. And the way Miriam asked her, if a person was really a top earner at any company ever, they would respond a certain way with their pedigree and sure, I was this, I was here, I did this and that. They would tell you and give you receipts because we know how it is. And then we know there's so many people selling wolf tickets and fabrications out there. I think the response she gave was something along the lines of, I, I don't know why that's relevant or something like that. Like, why is it relevant that where I was a top earner at? Something like that. Something we already knew she was fraud. Get her out, pack her up, get her out of here. Next. And so Miriam handled it like a pro as she is, and it was hilarious. A second story I'll tell you. Let me see if Gwen on the call or not. Gwen Creighton, is Gwen on the call? I wanted to get this story out. I don't know if Gwen's on. Gwen, who was at Tommy's meeting that he put together in Copperas Cove. Is Gwen on the call? Can we see if Gwen is on the call? Gwen happened to stay at a hotel right by the venue. She's on. Gwen, can you unmute and tell the story, please? What happened after? Let me see if she's able to unmute. I don't know. Gwen is so funny. All right, if I don't think she can unmute. Okay, well, I'll tell it as best I can, but hopefully Gwen, if she tells it better because it's her story. So we're leaving the meeting in Copperas Cove, and after the meeting, there's always a meeting after
I'm
the
on
meeting.
mute now.
Oh, great. All right, Gwen. So I'll tee it up for you. Here we go. All right. So everybody knows Gwen. Everybody loves Gwen. We're at the meeting after the meeting, right?
After the meeting.
Right. And everybody's talking. Some people are signing up. People like Desiree, who's a new team member on Tommy's team, came in the building and they were asking questions outside in the parking lot after the meeting. And Tommy had an amazing venue. It was a movie theater. I've never done a presentation at a movie theater. It was awesome. So next time Tommy does a meeting, and Gwen goes, y'all should all go just because it's the coolest thing ever to have the movie theater and the stuff is all on the marquee like it was a movie. It was so fun. It was super cool. So we're at the meeting after the meeting, and I'm going to a meeting in Dallas the next day to go do a meeting with Miriam and Seymour. It's going to be awesome. Valerie's showing up. It's going to be great, and it was great. And we all trying to get Gwen to drive to Dallas. And Gwen's like, no, I don't want to drive to Dallas. I'm gonna get a hotel here. I'm gonna stay here, and I'll let Gwen take the story. Gwen, tell them what happened.
So I leave and I get to my hotel. I get in my room, I get myself situated. So I start looking for, I get on my laptop and I'm looking for somewhere that I can go and eat for later on. So I decide, you know what? It's a drawer in front of me. So I decide, let me open this drawer. And I open the drawer and there's the doggone drop card from Coach Will. And I'm dying laughing. I'm like, oh no, this is not really happening. And I was like, I have to let him know that I have his drop card in my hands right now. So I took a picture and I sent it to him and I sent it to Tommy. But in all saying though, Coach Will, you never know who you're in a room with, who's in a hotel room before you, and to know that I was in a hotel room with a millionaire had been in there and I had his aura in that room with me. I walked around that room, I'm telling you, and I just was like, wow, Coach Will was in this room. Yeah, okay. Just let me feel all this energy that he had. And I just was in awe in that room. I really was. I took a shower. I was thinking about, I was just like, oh yeah, he was in here. I am so grateful, that I know then that I'm doing the right thing to even for that to happen like it did. It lets me know God's leading me in the right direction. Well,
Mm,
what are the chances
mm.
of my behind running into the same room you were in? And I had changed the hotel because I was gonna stay at another hotel, and I had changed it, and it's in the same room. But
Oh,
yeah,
I
the
love it.
story was really funny when I sent that. And Coach Will, you had me
I was,
dying. You was like, "What are the
I was
chances?"
laughing. I was like, what are the chances? But that's so. Thank you so much, Gwen. And for those of y'all who haven't had a chance to meet Gwen in person, Gwen is a gem, and Gwen is absolutely hilarious. She's super awesome, and she's going to be, like I always say, when I meet people, some people have that certain energy about them. She's going to be a great leader here with the companies, and of that, I have absolutely no doubt. Anytime you drive in from San Antonio, driving several hours to a meeting that wasn't even her meeting, she was coming there to learn, and she was coming there to help. She's at the door, she's taking names, she was helping team members who weren't even like not even her team, helping people get sponsored. Um, that is a servant's heart, and nobody knew. She didn't ask for a lot of credit or hype about it, similar to the way Jessica and Tina went to Dee Dee's meeting. It's just special things that this company, this team, and this family does. And it was hilarious. But that just goes to tell y'all, I do what I say that I do. When I say I be drop carding it everywhere, buttons, t-shirts, we really do the things that we teach y'all how to do. And we do that specifically because we know they work 100%. And Gwen knows if it worked on her, it's gonna work on somebody else. That is how it is. It is what it is. Same thing with the Airbnbs and everything else. All right. So that being said, let's dive into the call of night. Nashville, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not gonna be in Nashville, even online, I don't know what to tell you. The training that we're doing there has never been done, and the slate we have of speakers is really, really, really gonna impress you, I think. And then in the afternoon, we're gonna do some amazing training to give you some formulas on how you can create content on demand that gets people to engage and changes their entire mindset, not just about network marketing, but about anything. So I can't wait to share that with you. It's going to be great. It's going to be great for everybody. That being said, I wasn't trying to do any more travel this month because last month I traveled. I was away from home every single weekend, but duty calls and I'm the guy that's going to answer. So here's some other meetings we have coming up. We have a second meeting in Dallas, Texas this month on the 23rd. If you missed the first meeting and you saw all of that amazing stuff happening, you do not want to miss this meeting. This one's going to be at the library. If you're interested, Miriam can get you details. But I want all of Dallas to show up and show out. This is the last time I'm going to be in Dallas in 2025. But on top of that, just seeing Seymour and seeing Miriam and seeing Valerie and seeing people in Dallas at that time, I know Dallas is in great hands. So this will be the last time I'll be in Dallas for a while. But I highly, highly recommend you show up. And if you have books, all the books are back available. So we got a new shipment of books in. So if you want to get The Hidden Empire, you can get it. And if you show up at a meeting, I will autograph it for you there. But it's going to be an absolutely amazing meeting in Dallas, Texas on the 23rd. I'm also going to be in Newport News, Virginia. Is Gina on the call tonight? I think Gina is putting together the flyers for that one as we speak. If Gina Wilson's on, can you put the date in the chat, Gina? I'm not sure the date, but I'll be there. I'll be in Newport News, Virginia. And because I have a real good buddy of mine, I told this story earlier, I'm going to do a presentation for him. He lives in Charlotte, North Carolina. So I will be in Charlotte, North Carolina one more time this year, totally unexpected. But if Rasan's on the call, which I'm sure Rasan is, because Rasan rarely misses a call, Rasan had an amazing meeting. There, and y'all show some love to my wife in the chat because she does not give me the blues about traveling to build the business, and I don't think any wife would if they know their husband is getting that bread for the family. So and helping people to win. And I know that I talk to people all the time that have spouses that are not like super spouses who are not really supportive, and that can be hard. That's why it was amazing meeting Dee Dee's husband. I think I want to say Gary. I think it was Greg, but it's not Greg. I think it's Gary. I had met Dee Dee's husband, and he was so supportive. Yeah, Gary. He was so supportive. He was holding it like it was really what you want to see. And it's the same thing when you see Charlotte and Chris, and when you see Jessica and Terry and many others, because it is hard to do. I'm gonna tell you, MLMT, Coach Marcus, you got to do more videos because she knows, right? You got to, and Lillian and Butch, I'm not sure I'm sure they're on the call as well, but just watching, I'm gonna tell you, I think it's easier to build network marketing single than it is if you're married, unless your spouse is supportive. And if you don't have a supportive spouse, it's gonna be harder for you. And having been on both sides of the table, I can tell you, it's way easier with someone who understands the vision that you have for your business and then sees that as a vision that you have for your family. So shout out to all the supportive spouses out there. It comes with the territory, okay? Comes with the territory. So that's what we got. So we got Dallas, we got Newport News, Virginia, and we got Charlotte, North Carolina. That's crazy. So we'll see. Rasan, if you want to do a meeting, let's do it. If not, don't worry about it. I don't want no pressure on you, but I'm gonna be there anyway. And that's the point. And like I said, Lillian, yes, the same thing with Lillian and Butch and Anthony and Quintina. You cannot, it's just hard. I'll get you the dates when we get off the call, Rasan. That just came in yesterday, so I'll let you know in North Carolina. But yeah, so that being said, let's dive into the training tonight. I appreciate y'all. Coach Marcus, do me a favor. That was a whole lot of fluff that had nothing to do with the training. Can we cut the recording? We'll post that part